Do that one. Hey, everybody. No music today, but we did get everybody in. There she is. Got everybody? We do. All right. Today's topic, emotional dysregulation cycle. What is it and how is it affecting your dog's aggressive and or reactive behavior? So, an emotional dysregulation cycle is when your dog gets stuck in an emotional dysregulation cycle. So their nervous system is overwhelmed and short circuiting, which causes them to stay in fight or flight mode. And when your dog is in fight or flight mode, they really can't think much beyond 10 or 30 seconds ahead. So is it any wonder, hold please, why we can't get our dog's attention? Is it any wonder why they're barking, lunging, growling when you're trying to walk them past another dog, trying to walk them past a person, barking, lunging out the window, in your backyard, at the TV, a myriad of places, because their nervous system is on fire. It's like it's pulsing. Oh my God, like what's happening, right? And they just can't get out of it. Like Netflix on the couch might help them get out of it, would help them get out of it. Have you ever had one of those days where you're just like, I can't make another decision. I don't want to do another thing. I just want to like maybe lie down and read a book. For me, sometimes it's like a movie on Netflix or whatever you're streaming choices, and you just want to check out. You want your brain to check out. Sometimes your dog needs that as well. 98 to 99% of aggressive reactive behavior there's a root cause to that aggressive reactive behavior. And many trainers are going to stay focused on stopping the barking, stopping the growling, get the dog to place, have the dog march by your side like a soldier, and that's not me. That's not what I'm about. I'm about looking at the why. Why is your dog acting this way? What is your dog trying to say by their behavior? Are they inviting more people in? Oh, come in and touch me and pat me, like these two bozos right now, right? One of the cookies coming. Or is your dog saying, hey, like back off, you need to give me more space. I'm not really comfortable with you, and I don't want you near me. So if you have an anxious, nervous, fearful dog, if you have a dog who's genetically hardwired to guard property, guard things, guard you, German Shepherds, Rottweilers, Mastiffs mind, livestock guarding breeds come into mind, or if you have a dog that's genetically shy and nervous, if your dog has experienced some sort of trauma, they may have been attacked as a dog, any age dog, doesn't matter when, as a puppy, an adolescent, or an adult dog. Maybe your dog was bullied in a puppy class because it wasn't really well managed. Maybe your dog went to doggy daycare and experienced some less than favorable things there as well. All of those things can start to manifest as aggressive or reactive behavior. So, for example, when we walk Minty, and we walked her today around a local place here, we passed, I lost track, 3-4 dogs maybe. And her reactivity, just slightly reactive, comes from a place of frustration. Oh my God, there's a dog and I have to say hi and I have to meet them and I have to smell them. And I'm stuck on this leash and I can't get there. So she kind of gets into this emotional dysregulation place unless we can catch her and bring her back sooner. But as you can see, Minty calms down really nicely between our outings and our walks. And we don't, we're careful not to trigger stack her, which is not what I'm going to be talking about today, but we're very careful not to trigger stack her, meaning, let's say today on our walk, we saw 5 dogs, which got her going a little bit. Okay, so tomorrow when we walk her, we're gonna try to pick a place, and we are very fortunate in this area of New Hampshire. There's lots of places to walk her where we're not going to see anybody or any dogs. But because we saw 5 dogs today, and it starts to get her in an emotional dysregulation cycle, tomorrow when we walk her, we will purposely go someplace where we will not see other dogs. So If you just got on and joined, I'm going to just tell you again, we're talking about emotional dysregulation cycles in dogs. And how do you know if your dog is in an emotional dysregulation cycle? Well, they may be barking, lunging, and growling on walks. They may be barking out the windows. They may be barking at sounds that they can hear in the house, but nobody else can. They may be barking outside at heavens knows what. They're going to be barking outside at something. They may be barking at the TV and unable to, excuse me, and unable to calm down with anything. That's a pretty good indicator, thanks to you. Pretty good indicator that your dog is in an emotional dysregulation cycle where their nervous system is overwhelmed. It is short circuiting, which keeps them stuck in fight or flight. So if their nervous system is stuck in fight or flight, they cannot calm down. They may externally look like they're okay, but they're reacting to all these things that I just mentioned. And when your dog is stuck in an emotional dysregulation cycle, they can't calm down. Your training is less effective. And the analogy I'm going to give you, bear with me, I'm a foodie, is a pie crust. So if you think of a pie crust, and if you burn the pie crust, I don't care how hard you worked on it, I don't care how carefully you sourced your materials or how much or how expensive they were. If you burn that pie crust, no matter what you put in, no matter how much sugar you use, no matter how careful you are to put something yummy in that pie crust, it's all going to taste like crap. It's all going to taste burned. So if your dog being stuck in an emotional dysregulation cycle is like burned pie crust. It doesn't matter what training or techniques or things you use, it's all going to taste like crap. It'll be less effective than if we calm down your dog's nervous system first and then do some and when I say training, I'm not talking about sit down, stay, or come called. I'm not talking about going to place. I'm talking about giving their brain the feedback that it needs through types of punishment that is not shock collars and not prong collars. You can time out your dog and give them information that says, hey, that's really not acceptable behavior, that will go right into their brain because their brain is hardwired to do what works. So when we can communicate with them in such a way that say, hey, that's not working. That behavior will no longer work in this situation or in any situation. Your dog doesn't have any choice but to change their behavior, except if they're stuck in this emotional dysregulation cycle. Okay, so coming up at the end of the month, we are having our free dog. We're changing the name. So in the past, it was dog aggression, fact versus fiction. I'm going to go with that until I've got something more solid in my head. It's well known. So if you are struggling with having a dog that you now feel like, my dog seems like they're in an emotional dysregulation cycle, you need to sign up and get on the wait list for this free webinar that's going to be held at the end of the month. It's live, it's recorded, all those things, but the first thing you need to do is get on the wait list. You won't get the recording if you don't register for the webinar. So if you want us to just send you the link, you don't want to go to places, if you're on Instagram, just put in the comments or DM us, Emotional Dysregulation Cycle, EDC, and we'll send it to you. Plus we'll know that you guys were watching. If you've got any comments or questions, I'm going to hang on for just another second, see if there's anything that's, hey, Trudy, good to see you on Facebook. Thank you. I say hi to somebody and I lose my train of thought. What do you think? We'll do another cookie. Hang on. So today's topic, emotional dysregulation cycle, how it is affecting your dog's aggressive reactive behavior, how it is one of the root causes of the aggressive reactive behavior. Now, there's lots of things that can feed into the emotional dysregulation cycle. So if your dog was traumatized anytime in their life as a puppy, as an adolescent, as an adult dog, you can re-trigger that trauma by walking them around other dogs, by walking them around people, whatever it is that their trigger is. Your intention is, hey, I'm going to show you that this is safe and you don't need to be worried about this. But from your dog's perspective, that's not necessarily the way it's going to work out. All right, I'm going to sign off. The dogs are doing real well, and it is dinner time for them because we're going to go out. Oh, it's still early, 4 o'clock, getting there. Emotional dysregulation cycle, how it affects your aggressive reactive behavior in your dog. I put in the link so you can get on our wait list for our dog aggression fact versus fiction, so you can learn why more socialization is the worst way to stop your dog's aggressive reactive behavior. I'll see you guys there, and send us a comment if you want. All right, you guys, I'm going to sign off on all 3 places. Goodbye, you